What's going on, guys? Welcome to Now It's Legal podcast powered by Expand Sports. Buckle up today because we're bringing the heat with the NIL game with a certified game changer. He's 6'2", lockdown corner, tearing up the Big 12, snatching interceptions, breaking up passes, and sending receivers back to the drawing board. Hailing from Colleyville, Texas, and now shining under Coach Prime's Colorado Buffs, it's none other than DJ McKinney. This dude is not just racking up tackles, 62 last season. He's leading all Big 12 corners, pick sixes that light up Boulder. He's building a brand for the NFL buzz and the NIL. And deal makers are buzzing. Projected as a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, DJ is rewriting what it means to own your name, image, and likeness. DJ, thanks for coming on the pod.
Man, I appreciate you for having me.
Man, I'm excited to get it going. Powered by Expand. I'm super excited to get into the conversation of everything that's going on in Colorado and what you got cooking up. You leave pretty soon to get back into Colorado.
Right.
But I want to talk about the beginning. You're from Colleyville, Texas. Kind of walk me through when football really kind of walked into your life.
Well, honestly, football walked into my life when I could first walk, really. I think I started playing my first flag football game at the age of 4. So, yeah, I just fell in love with it ever since.
Were you always on defense? Did you want to kind of venture, or how did you end up where you are now?
Oh, no, I definitely played multiple positions. Like, growing up, I was a running back. I played middle linebacker. That's kind of where I fell in love with defense, playing middle linebacker for my little league team. And then as I got older, switched to skill position, receiver, and corner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, so throughout your growing up, did you ever play any other sports like basketball, track, baseball? What did we play?
Oh yeah, I played every sport. Honestly, I played soccer, basketball, baseball, ran track. Yeah, but football, I just fell in love with it.
So, you were able to really be a star in Colleyville High School. Can you tell me any coaches that come out to you in your mind that kind of helped you make that step?
Definitely my defensive side coaches at my high school at Colleyville Heritage. I had my safeties coach or DB's coach, Coach Watson and Coach Hunley. Man, I love those guys to this day. They still reach out to me. And then Coach Mendoza, my DC back at Colleyville. So yeah.
Is there anything that you can hear them say in the back of your mind, even when you're in practice at Colorado, being like, I better do this?
Sometimes, not really towards me, but like definitely towards like other players. I could definitely hear my DC yelling at his linebackers, and then Coach Watson yelling at some of the safeties. So yeah,
absolutely. So, who's the toughest on you in your family? Like after a game. Who's gonna be the one to call to you, and who's gonna be the one to say, "All right, man, that was a good game, but here."
Definitely my pops, my dad for sure. My biggest fan, then my number one critique too. So, and then I'm also kind of hard on myself too. So those are like the main two.
Yeah,
people, myself and my dad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your dad's here right now watching the podcast. Shout out to Dad. Thank you for coming out. Yeah. We were able to throw the football around, talk even a little bit more, and that'll be on Expand's exclusive content that they'll get through the app. So that'll be really exciting. And you said he's the hardest on you.
Yeah.
What's some things that you remember growing up and talking to Dad after a game, maybe even middle school, maybe even high school? What does that dynamic look like? What does it look like to get where you are now?
Man, like you said, like if I have a good game, he's telling me I had a good game, but it's still, stuff I could work on. If I have a bad game, he's going to be the first person to tell me what I need to improve on, what he thinks, like, my mindset should be going forward. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything, if you could, look back on this in 5 years to your dad, what would you want him to see you say to him? Like, is there anything that you could say to him, just got maybe a thank you or a moment that you remember of sacrifice that Dad did for you?
Man, you said 5 years from now, right?
Even 5 years, 10 years.
5 years, 10 years.
I just want people to be able to look back on this moment and an inflection point going into your new season. But I also feel like it's a good time to give the people who sacrifice their time, their money on you. And look, you've kind of you've really done something. But I'm just kind of giving you this time.
Yeah, I would definitely say thank you for, everything, for the support, for the critique, taking me to practice, getting me in front of the right people, to help better me as a man and as a football player.
Absolutely. Is there anything that he cooks you after games, or is he a place that he takes you to after games? Like, all right, man, let's go eat here, or what's up?
Well, he kind of helped me develop my first real pregame meal. Like when I was in middle school, my first real pregame meal was like a sandwich from Subway he made me, and then I just been rocking with that ever since.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out Subway.
Shout out Subway.
Yeah. Hey, Subway, if you're watching this, hey, look, we got the best product. That's how it got here. Dad's got the pregame meal. Come get the DJ McKinney Subway sandwich. It already sounds good. I'm already on it.
It sound good. It do sound good, yeah.
Well, let's talk about your time at Colorado State. You just were phenomenal. Jumped into the transfer portal. Can you tell me about the moment kind of leading up to being in the transfer portal and getting a call from Deion Sanders or the defensive coach of Colorado?
Okay, honestly, I had to, make the right decision for myself and, leave Oklahoma State. So while I was in the portal, we were just looking at schools, looking at the best fit for me possibly. And, they reached out to my mom first, They talked. Coach Prime actually got on FaceTime with my mom. Was kind of breaking down everything. He answered her questions. They were just like feeling each other out. And after she got off the phone, she told me she loved what she was hearing and that we should definitely take a visit to Colorado.
So you got a FaceTime call from Prime, or your mom got a FaceTime call from Coach Prime,
yeah.
And then that kind of triggered a visit.
Mm-hmm.
What did that visit look like? What did it feel like? I'm sure to be recruited, by the Deion Sanders, who respectively is a Hall of Fame position that you're in.
Like it didn't feel real, honestly. My mom telling me she was on FaceTime with Coach Prime. I'm like, what? No way. Like, well, obviously she knew who she was talking to, but it just didn't feel real at the time.
You guys are big Cowboys fans.
Oh yeah, my whole family.
Okay.
Yeah. If I rocked another team, they would probably disown me, honestly. But yeah, diehard Cowboy fans.
That's how it goes around here in Texas. All right, that's just incredible. So your visit with Deion went well enough to go into the visit. What does a visit look like in Colorado? Where do you start? What time does it start?
Got you. So my visit was sometime in mid-January, and if you haven't been to Colorado around that time, you kind of lucky because when me and my family visited, it was I think -6 degrees and like snowing.
So you flew in from Texas into -6 degrees.
Yeah,
That's not the greatest welcome.
Nah.
Okay, so tell me how it went from there. Hopefully up from here, right?
Yeah. Once we got indoors, the whole visit just was 10 times better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun though. It was, different vibes out there, seeing the mountains, I'm from Texas, everything out here is flat. So the mountains was a pretty view. And then
do you like mountain biking or going on the trails or hiking? What have you found yourself
going
doing?
On the trails for sure.
Yeah.
I enjoy going on the trails.
It's a good mental break, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, you kind of just don't even have to get on your phone because there's no service,
Just enjoying the outdoors.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to bring up a quote from Coach Prime. So Coach Prime said this about you. You guys don't mention him, but we mention him every moment we can. DJ is long. He can run. He competes. The kid can flat out play the game. How did it feel hearing that? How did it feel like hearing that from a Hall of Fame corner?
Again, just thankful for everything, just blessed to even have him as a coach, help him mentor me on my game, help me get to the level I want to be. So it just meant a lot, everything I've been working towards.
Yeah.
People recognizing it and seeing it.
It seems like there's a lot going on in Colorado and kind of everybody wants to know what's going on. Like, what the heck's going on with this program? It's such a shift. With, Shador and Travis Hunter and just all of the guys who seem to complement each other so well. How did you fit into that mold? And it seemed to gain chemistry rather quickly with guys like that.
Honestly, just being a dog, pro mindset. Everybody there has a pro mindset. They know what they got goals, they know what it takes, the work it takes that you got to put in. So honestly, I fit right in when I got there and started working, showing everybody, what I could do and just pushing myself and others around me, competing.
Did it seem like he was a little bit harder on his boys than the rest of the team, or was it pretty equal? Like, how do you play that?
I mean, he definitely was harder on. I can say he definitely was harder on Shiloh a few times. He would definitely call Shiloh out, but yeah, I would say he was hard on everybody. He was our coach, so you got to be.
Yeah. Here's the thing that, with the how the NIL is working and the transfer portal, you get the saying from a lot of coaches, kids don't want to be coached, or when they're coached hard, they want to enter the portal, things of that nature, right? We've heard it.
Yeah.
How do you know how to, Coach Prime is going to come hard at you. He's going to expect everything out of you every single day. He wants the best of you, all of that. How do you respond to such harsh criticism and allowing yourself to be coachable, even though you got the most starts, you got all these accolades? How are you able to kind of ground yourself when he's doing that?
You just got to know who you are, what are you trying to get to, who's talking to you, and just respect it, because he's been there, he's done it, he's got to the spot where you're trying to work towards. So you just take it, listen to it, and then implement it into your game.
Yeah. Can you tell me a time in practice that maybe people don't know about where you're either cutting up with the brothers, or Coach Prime says something where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm sure he says some off the wall things, and you're like, hey guys, y'all don't repeat that. But
yeah, you want me to share it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, this was actually recent, like the most recent spring ball. So, as you know, Coach Prime, we're a man team, in your face, press man corner. So
yes,
he kind of doesn't want us to always do the same technique when we're pressing. He kind of wants us to switch it up. So I don't know if you can really put this out there, but what he told me was, he was like, hey, man, you got to switch it up, dog. You can't do the same thing. You don't do the same thing with your girl. You don't just keep her in missionary, do you? You got to switch it up. I was like, oh, yes, sir, right. You're right,
you got to switch it up.
Got to switch it up.
You can't come in here doing the same 1-2 step.
Nah, for real.
That's cool the first 3 or 4 times, but then she or they are going to be like, hey, man, hey, and I bet you switch it up every time now. I bet that is like on repeat.
Switch it up.
It works. It may not be traditional or the regular thing, but it works.
Gotta switch it up.
I love it. It seems like there's a lot of harsh criticism, but he's backing it up with comedy.
Oh yeah,
and being playful. What's it like having a coach with a shoe deal? It's kind of different, right? It's the only college football coach to have a shoe deal. Kind of Nike behind him in the branding, and kind of bringing that aura, right? What's kind of that like? I know that y'all are Nike team.
Mm-hmm.
Are you rocking Coach Prime sneaks? Like, what are we doing?
Oh yeah, I definitely rocking when I can. The most recent DTs that came out, was for his mom. So I got my mom. I'm gonna get her some. I got my auntie asking for some, so I'm gonna definitely get them some for sure.
Now, does he say, "Hey, man, what can I do?" It seems like he's like a type of person to say, "Hey, man, walk into my office if you need anything," and I feel like players are willing to literally come to him for anything.
Oh yeah,
is that
you
accurate?
definitely can. You just gotta take off your shoes before you go in there for sure. That's but you definitely can just go talk to him if you need to. Yeah.
But even if you're wearing slides, you gotta take it off.
Oh no, you gotta take them off because you got this nice carpet in there, which I understand. You don't want just anybody walking in there with their shoes on. So.
Is he wearing his shoes? He not even breaking his own rule.
Nah.
Fair enough. Wow. Man, I got to see what type of carpet this is, man. I've seen some videos of it. And
soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Coach Prime's all about culture, and it seems like you're really the next one to be like, you are already picked to kind of shake the culture and be a leader. How are you being more vocal and more of a leader with the absence of a couple of guys who are pretty strong vocal leaders?
I kind of just take from them. They set the foundation. They set the example. So I just turn it into my own little way of leading. Leading by example, leading when vocal.
Mm-hmm.
Just
what are you doing to step up?
Honestly, just making sure the younger guys know what's going on. If anybody needs extra work, you know, they can always come get extra work with me. Just making sure like everybody's on top of that thing, you know, like honestly kind of being like another coach out there where the coach doesn't have to directly coach that one person. It's another coaching me on the field. So that's kind of what I've been trying to get into more.
Yep. In practice, so I mean, you got to play with one of the most versatile,
Unicorn.
unicorn players in the country. We haven't seen anything like that in like decades.
Man.
Iron sharpens iron, but it seems like we got like two diamond sharpens diamond. What have you taken away from his game, and where do you see? I want to just know the relationship that you and Travis have had, because you were great and you were amazing, right?
Yeah.
But you really, you're like, yeah, I am great. You need to say that. You know, you are great, but you've really able to elevate your game surrounded by talent, right? 'Cause sometimes talent swallows up the whole, you know.
I know.
But it seems like you've really used it to your benefit. And I want other people to watch this and maybe take some of your game, take some DJ McKinney game and apply it to theirs. So how have you been able to navigate with such talent around you?
Man, honestly, you know, just learn from it, you know, just honestly, he's showed me how to be a better football player in myself. You know, he's a student of the game. You know, he just has fun with it also. So really just do those things, honestly, and just...
He seems like a high IQ guy, too.
Oh, yeah, he real smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you kind of like picked his brain in film sesh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we always, as a position group, you know, or like even during the game, when I see something, see a certain route concept or something, like, you know, I ask him a question, you know, he'll break it down for me. And then, you know, he's just always a good person, goofy person to be around too. So, yeah.
How is he, just how are you day in and day out at the facility? Are you pretty engaged at the facility, or are you kind of want to do things on your own? How are you?
I would say a little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of both, honestly. You know, got my time with the team, you know, my teammates and stuff, and then, you know, got my time to myself. So, yeah.
What's a funny or an intense moment at practice that you've had?
Funny or intense moment? It was a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sure, man.
Sometimes it just be when Coach Prom get on Shiloh. Sometimes it just be funny.
Like
sometimes
Shiloh's getting cooked a lot.
Nah, not a lot. It's just like they both characters. So it's funny.
Yeah, they're just two big personalities in a room.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, you get to go one on one with Travis. Is there a time where maybe you got the best of him, or he got the best of you? What's a moment of that?
Oh yeah, definitely battles going on during practice. You know, he'll win some, I win some, but yeah, it's just competition at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. You've had a lot of you know, famous people here at the Colorado games, brought in a good amount of celebrities. What's one celebrity or maybe person that you would love to see at Colorado?
One person or celebrity I would love to see come to Colorado would probably be my favorite rapper, NBA Youngboy.
Hell yeah. Favorite song by NBA Youngboy. Top 3, go.
I have to say Bring It On for my one. This is an oldie. It's called All Night. That's my 2. And then 3, it's kind of tough, I'm not gonna lie. 3, I'd probably say Nevada. Yeah.
And in that pregame locker room, I'm guess you're rocking out some NBA Youngboy. What does Coach Prime ever try to throw on some old school, and y'all are like, or you guys are pretty down with it?
Well, as his intro, he kind of, you know, famously he say, "Give me my theme music," you know, and then it's like either a Tupac song or I forget the other one, but it's some good oldies that he be playing. Yeah. So yeah.
I guess he kind of put you on some music.
Most definitely, yeah.
Shout out to Dion. She's putting on some music.
Yeah.
So can you walk me through what no-fly zone means to somebody who doesn't know what that means?
Basically, no-fly zone just mean you covering anything. Like if the ball's in the air, it's yours or your teammates not to the receivers, honestly. So you just really anything in that air is yours.
Yeah. Is there any specific play that you go back and look at and saying, man, if we can stay this way, we're gonna be all right. Whenever the defense was tight and in sync, is there any plays that stand out to you? We are gonna go over your pretty good plays though.
It was a whole bunch of plays. Honestly, I can't really just pick one, but a game I would probably pick would be the Oklahoma State game.
Oklahoma State
Or
game.
one of the earlier games, probably like Colorado State game.
Yeah.
I would say.
You said in an interview, man, I wish we got Oklahoma State a little bit earlier in the season. What's the difference here?
Honestly,
You wanted to catch him in the.
Yeah, I kind of did. I kind of wanted to play him early.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little bit of a different feeling as you progress through the season,
Right.
and it would have, it was sticking it to him earlier in the season and going on. Yeah. I'm gonna pull up some of your highlights, some of your plays. I just want you to kind of go over it with us, kind of walk
Gotcha.
us through it, kind of what you're feeling.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let me go. Let me find it. If you could have, any company or NIL company, which one would it be? Like, if you were just like shooting for the moon here.
Damn, that's a good one. Any company, I'd probably say like Amazon.
Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use Amazon a lot?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
I
that.
do.
I'm pulling this up. Will, did we have the timestamps here and what part? Yep, it's going to be right. It's not too much. Let's just walk us through it.
First one on the field is Ramir Johnson. Right to the air, they get it to Johnson.
You can turn it up a bit if you want.
Tries to cut it up. Good open field.
Gotcha.
DJ McKinney.
So basically, yeah. Again, this is in one of the best college football atmospheres at Nebraska. So I'm impressed, man. And then, so my receiver, he kind of crack blocked. So he's just looking for my teammate to block him. So once I see that,
Okay.
that's when I fall off of him, and I got to go find like the next threat.
You say find work.
Yeah, find work.
I like that.
Yeah. So I see him crack my teammate. Now I'm looking for work. I see a tight end. He's trying to block me. And I try to tell myself, like, I'm not going to let anybody block me. I don't care if it's a tight end. The only people on the field that might be able to block me are the O-linemen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
fair.
it. That's it. They got to grab me, though. They got to try to catch me first.
Yeah.
Yeah, a tight end tried to block me, I kind of slid past him. Now I ain't the running back. I see they dump it off to the running back, so now I'm just coming to clean up, honestly, and just getting
Yup.
down to the ground.
Yeah,
So,
keep going. Oh. Just keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah. For a loss of yards, yep. Tackle for loss.
Play action once again. Lets it go to the near sideline. Almost a catch on the fourth brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening here?
Again, impressed, man.
A lot of press in Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Big press man team. So my receiver, he's taking the outside release. I'm playing a little soft press where I'm just, kind of reading him first before I get my hands on. So once he declares where he's going, that's when I get my hands on. I figure it's a go ball, turning and running, playing his hands, and I just get it out of there. And I was talking a little trash afterwards. But yeah.
Is there anything that you're kind of known for in trash talking whenever it's like
Honestly, I don't trash talk.
Just when you hype.
Yeah, just when I'm hyped. Yeah.
what's a teammate that you like to see get fired up because you already know, like, okay, this guy's really getting going?
Definitely Travis from this past season. And then from this season coming up, I'd probably have to say one of my receivers, Amarion Miller. Like,
Amarion Miller.
yeah.
He kind of gets fired up,
Yeah.
starts.
Now he don't
chirping?
get fired up. I want to see him. I want to see him get fired up because he like that.
Oh,
He
okay,
like that,
okay. So
yeah.
you feel like the best version of him comes out when
Oh,
he's
yeah.
fired up, he's
Yeah.
talking,
Yeah.
chirping. Okay.
Mhm.
Is there any time you've heard Travis, chirping? Just like what's a favorite Travis Hunter?
Nah, honestly, you never know what to expect with Travis. He'll say
goofball.
anything. He
He's a
goofy,
goofball.
Goofy. So yeah, I can't really think of one time, but he don't do too much trash talking. He just be out there playing.
Yeah. He
That's
just
him.
looks like he has fun.
Yeah, he do.
That's crazy. Yeah. Both just no breaks either. Is it kind of impressive to watch somebody go on and off the field like that?
Man, yeah. Crazy seeing it in person. Just a workhorse.
Yeah.
Is what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's keep going.
Isaiah Nayer, he's 6'4". I don't mind the back shoulder throw, but
Yeah, he was a bigger receiver too.
DJ McKinney is 2nd and 9. Ballard at the low C, fires it down the sideline. Winfield.
Who y'all playing right now?
Colorado State.
Uh-oh.
Before this game, they was talking so much trash. They quarterback was talking trash, receivers. Everybody just talking trash on their
On
team.
Twitter? Like in
Anywhere,
real life?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a whole little clip of them just talking trash to the news because it's a big game in Colorado.
Sure. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, so
Right there.
yeah. So they was just talking trash. So before this, we kind of knew what we had to do to them. We wasn't doing too much talking for sure. We was just gonna let the game speak.
How is it seems like Coach Prime is very kind of big on, having a big personality, but he's kind of like no BS.
Nah.
When it comes to like being respectful men
Yeah.
and being right. Like
Yeah,
being
you
the
gotta-
bigger man is better than chalking.
Yeah, you got to be on point first. You got to establish yourself a little bit first to, kind of start talking that mess.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Yep.
But yeah,
Is
in that play, we were in cover 3, and it was right before half. So we kind of knew they was going to try to take a little shot, try to get to the end zone. So I really wanted to play the ball more. I should have played the ball more and picked it off, but I ended up just knocking it away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt real good against them though, for sure. And I got up, did a little emote. Yeah, here go the next one.
Who are we playing here?
Still Colorado State.
Yep. Another highlight.
Yep. So in this one, I'm impressed. They running a little screen. Once again, I told myself I'm not getting blocked by nobody unless it's a O lineman. So I kind of blow past this one little block that the slot receiver's trying to get on me. And then I just end up destroying the whole little screenplay. Again, talking a little trash, emoting a little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this is against Baylor, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you said earlier, what's your favorite place to play or maybe not play? What's the most hostile environment for you?
The most hostile? Nebraska.
Nebraska. But you told me
It was the best college atmosphere, hands down to me.
it's huge. It's
From
like one
what
of the biggest
the ones
stadiums,
I
right?
experienced, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't got no professional team out there, so they diehard Nebraska college football fans out there.
Yup.
So you got a whole bunch of really it felt like I ain't never been to Nebraska, but it felt like the whole state was in that stadium. Yeah, so it was
Yeah,
just loud.
You could definitely feel that way, especially with I don't know if you've ever been to Michigan, the University of Michigan, huge. I mean, just like, yeah, you just feel like this whole state is in the stadium right now.
Yeah.
You can feel it radiating. I'm going to show you one more play here, and then
Talk about this one?
Yeah, and then the next one, and then the next one's really where we're at.
to throw. He goes to the end zone. It's in.
Gotcha.
Batted it away.
Yeah, this play is right here. It's kind of good and bad to it. So
Okay.
So I'm impressed, man. Once again, I think this receiver is like 6'5", 6'4", one of those. So his initial route was a 5-yard hitch, but then the quarterback started scrambling, so it turned into scramble drill. So he takes up the field. So I'm chasing him. Then as the ball gets there, I see it and I just knock it out of his hand. And then at the end of the play, he's on the ground. I just this is like my little email. I just stare at him and just stand there. And then as he was getting up, I kind of waved my finger back and forth like this. And it was 3rd and 8 here, so the refs see me do that, threw a flag
No.
off of a finger whack. But I guess I
Wow.
understand. But
That's
and then as you can see, Travis coming in. As soon as I put my finger up, Travis is knocking my hand out, trying to get it down because it really just wasn't no reason for me to do it.
yeah. But you live and you learn.
Yeah.
And I
yeah,
bet you never do it
Coach
again.
Prime wasn't too happy about that.
What did you get from Coach Prime? An earful?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What is like? What did he say?
Come on, man. You gotta know the situation. We don't do that. You don't do that in these types of situations, at least.
Yeah.
So just gotta be smarter,
Yep.
But yeah, like you said, I learned from it.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going. At least it's
going.
against Texas Tech. They probably needed it.
Yeah.
You mentioned McKinney. He had the coverage.
Is it crazy to hear reporters say McKinney?
Is it crazy to hear him say that?
I mean, they've obviously been saying it your whole college career, but then to go back and hear people like
Oh,
literally
yeah.
yell into the mics.
Yeah.
DJ McKinney, like
It
you
is.
think like offense, that's where you hear your name over and over again. But on defense, like you don't stop. I can't not hear you or hear about you on defense when Colorado's on. Sometimes, yeah, it just seems from a guy who never played a D1 sports, like I can't imagine just people just constantly, yeah. How are when you're on campus in Colorado? How are the students? Are they coming up to you? Kind of like how is that?
Oh yeah, if they recognize you, walking to class, they'll come up to you.
Yeah.
And say good game or even ask for a picture sometimes.
Yeah. Any classes that you're with that students you're like, oh,
Yeah, one of my classes this past spring semester, this dude had like a vintage Colorado gold watch
Yep.
that he was showing me. And then he just wanted me to, take a picture of it and kind of show it to like Coach Prime, other people at the the facility and everything, because he just thought it was like cool and everything. It was. I took a picture of it and everything and showed people. Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's pretty cool. And is there is there any classes in Colorado or any professors that you kind of or stick out to you?
Stick out to me?
I know you worry about football, man. So you can be like, nah, I don't know.
Nah, it'd be the same. I just be going to class.
Yep.
It'd be regular.
And you're more worried about what's in front of you. But I totally get that. Let me open this back up. I think we're rolling into 222. Yeah, Utah. This is Utah highlight. Let's go ahead and click play.
2nd and 10. Wilson looking in trouble. Wilson buys time. Backs up. Lets it go. Picked off. Incredible.
So yeah, this was my first collegiate pick. So yeah, it meant a lot for sure getting it. But breaking it down, it was scramble drill once again, quarterback rolling out to his left. I found my receiver, but I knew he was gonna eventually like maybe turn up the field, but he didn't. So I kind of just stayed in my little spot. And then the rush, our D-line rush was just so good. They was pressuring him, got to the QB to where he just kind of
threw it up,
lollipopped it up there, and I was able to, come down with it.
Crazy.
Yeah, but first collegiate pick.
First collegiate pick. Has there been a time in the locker room where you've maybe cried or something like that? I mean, I think I would. Like, you're just like doing so great, or you're overcome with emotion because you're winning or on the streak. I mean, you guys went, 9-4? Am I right or wrong?
At this time, at the Utah game,
sure.
We're 7-2.
7-2. You're 7-2 at the time. You're flipping program history. You're getting your name. You're working with freaking almost Heisman. I'd be like, you worked so hard to get to this point, I'm sure. And you're like, you can't paint it any better, but it just seems like it'd be kind of like, wow, like you are kind of like cementing yourself in Colorado history. Then you're, I think you have the most starts, right?
Most defensive starts.
Most defensive starts. That's like
from the past season.
Like if you don't think somebody relies on you, check again, right? It's incredible. I'm just really proud of you, and you just seem like a really humble guy, and you're really to yourself, and working with different athletes and everything. You get all different types of personalities, and neither is good or bad, but you seem like you got a really good head on your shoulders.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate that.
I'm going to go through some notes. If you guys want to take a break, I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna refresh and kind of look over. But cool. All right, brother. DJ, you were talking earlier about a pro mindset. What does that entail? You've said it on multiple interviews. You've said it, consistently. I think it's kind of maybe something that you're really putting forward right now. What is
Right.
that? What is a pro mindset?
Just being intentional about the stuff you do, just making sure, the stuff you do, like it's working towards something, you're just not out there just doing it just because, but actually have motivation, honestly. So I would say just a pro mindset would be just like, making sure you get better 1% each day at least,
Yep.
get better in something. Don't just be stagnant.
Yeah. I can get that. And somebody who comes to mind is, maybe just all the great athletes, multi-sport. Who is your favorite athlete, multi-sport, in any sport?
My favorite athlete would probably be.
I
That's a tough one.
seen
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant on the wall
Yeah,
when you do the
it's Kobe.
walkthrough, and Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, yeah.
Yeah.
It's out of Kobe, Jordan, or Ali.
Okay.
Out of those three.
Yeah. I'm a huge Kobe fan, so
Yeah.
I'm already there. So I'm gonna show you something. So I just want to see your reaction. So I got a Kobe tattoo.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It actually kind of went viral. They thought it was an NBA player's leg,
But it was yours.
but it was my leg. So check it out. You'll probably remember.
You said it went viral?
Yeah. ESPN picked it up. Everybody thought it was his leg. It was Alex Caruso's leg, who played on the Lakers.
Mm-hmm. That's hard.
Yeah,
that's
when he's
hard.
like with the, yeah,
That's tough.
yeah. So they took that and they thought it was
Alex Caruso?
Alex Caruso's leg.
What?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, and it was right during the NBA finals with Mavs versus Boston. So NBA was just buzzing.
Right.
What's your favorite Kobe Bryant moment, or like a thing that sticks out to you? Obviously, his Mamba mentality and
Yeah.
things like that. But
I would have to say the 81-point game, too. That, man. R.I.P. Kobe, man.
yeah, man, his GOAT.
Go.
I got to see him a handful of times. It's just crazy. So the Oregon coach said to y'all, "We play for wins, they play for clicks." Due to the attention you guys get, Colorado has been mislabeled. So as a member of the Colorado program, what is the response to that?
We just let people talk. They not in the program. They outside looking in. So we kind of just let them talk. We just go about our business, really.
Yeah. It just add a little fuel to the fire. It seems like people are maybe indifferent about how you guys are kind of taking Big 12 by storm.
Yeah. I kind of like, sometimes I just kind of look back and just see, sometimes see what people think, see what people saying, and just kind of laugh sometimes.
Yeah.
But we, like I said, man, we just be about our business. We just let our play do the talking.
Yeah.
We might talk, we'll talk sometimes.
Yeah.
But we just like go out there and handle business.
Yep.
Really. Yeah.
Handling business. Seems like Dion's handling business. So I've seen Shiloh, Shador, and Travis do impressions of Dion.
Coach Prime.
Yeah, Coach Prime. What do you have an impression of Coach Prime? Or something
Yeah,
like
I
he
do.
was okay.
Like when I'm
let's-
around my teammates, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Could you share it with us? You want to try it out? We don't have to keep it in.
I
If it-
can't. I don't even want to.
no,
Nah.
no.
Nah.
What's a favorite thing Coach Prime says? Because he's such a particular vernacular in the way he says things, man.
You
You
he
really
like,
can't even.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog. That's how he be most of the time. He say that a
Is
lot.
he always just always like that, even when the cameras are not on?
Oh yeah, he the same way when the camera's off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you're with Coach Prime and he's trying to coach you up, what do you do to make sure that you're understanding it and applying it? Right, it's one thing to hear it,
Yeah.
but then how are you applying it on the field? Try not to be like everybody else, because you're not like everybody else.
Right. So first, I try to understand it more. So I even sometimes ask another question back to him. And then, to help me like to break it down some more so I could actually like fully understand it. And then I just implement it, like you said, it just added to my game, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not playing football, if you're not hanging out with friends, what are we doing?
At home eating, sleeping,
You playing
working
2K, playing
out, playing the
Madden?
game. Yeah.
You're in a video game, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Man, it's cool. People send me clips from their games of me, doing stuff. It's just cool.
Would you say like when you guys are in the practice, do y'all say you just got mossed, you just got Odell'd? What is that? What's
What do we say?
Yeah.
We say Moss.
You get mossed?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still there.
Yep.
We haven't lost faith in humanity
Nah.
yet. Yeah. Okay, good. I heard a kid say, I just Odell'd him. I was like, no, you didn't. You
Well,
were mossed him. No, but
That was like I was saying that like in middle school,
Sure.
like when Odell first did it.
yeah.
But yeah.
He's a legend. I mean, how can you not? Iconic. Yeah, there's always something, growing up in a certain gen, like that player really sticks out to
Right.
you. Is there anything that you try to pull from other people's game that you're trying to be, you're competing with them, but you also want to apply it? Or maybe let me rephrase the question. Is there anybody who's not on the Colorado Buffs that, you really like to watch, you watch film on him, or you like the way that they
Oh yeah. I got a list of guys that I, kind of take some of their techniques and kind of add it to myself. Like
Okay.
Pat Surtain, JC Horn, Sauce Gardner, I kind of like study those guys a little bit.
Okay. So do you usually have like a big circle of friends, or are you pretty close? Like,
Oh,
what
no.
does it look like for you?
Nah, I wouldn't say, I know how to be around people, talk to people, but at the end of the day, just a little closed circle.
Yeah.
Tight circle.
Absolutely. Growing up and getting kind of switching back and forth there, growing up and getting a bunch of offers, really seeing how you really stuck out against, your peers, right? Because you're all in the same program at Colleyville, but then you really start to get these offers.
Yeah.
How are you able to like keep grounded and not kind of like think you're like all that, even though, right, you're all that, but
I would just keep doing what I was doing, hanging with my guys, just honestly, I really wasn't thinking about it too much
Yeah.
back then, just going about my everyday routine and stuff.
yeah. So if if you're gonna eat something that you maybe off the meal plan, what looks like that? What's home cooking look like? I guess because I like fried pork chops, mac and cheese,
Ooh.
and greens.
Yeah, that sounds, yeah.
okay. I'm like that. Like
Yeah.
what's a cheat day for DJ?
Dang, that's a tough one. I love food. I ain't gonna lie.
Who cooks the best in the family?
Oh, my mom.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
We got
my
They're gonna hear
grandma,
it.
my grandma, my auntie, they be throwing down too.
like
It's
what's
tough.
Granny cooking?
Oh, I be liking her barbecue sometimes, like her sausage links, beans, and then like my aunties be making potato salad,
Ooh,
like yeah,
mustard based or mayo?
mayo,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Hot or cold?
cold,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. See, I knew we were supposed to be together today. Yeah. No, that's no. I'm here with. I'm big foodie. I could talk about
Yeah.
food for hours.
Not for real.
Let me flip through this. Let me make sure I got everything. I want to give you a chance to if an NFL GM was right in front of us, or maybe even the commissioner. What is one thing that you would want them to know about you? Maybe about your work ethic, maybe something personal. I want to give this a chance that if I could clip this and send it to every general manager in NFL, that this kind of encapsulates who you are. And it's a big question. Think on it, because we
Yeah.
got great editors right there. So, what's something that you would say to a GM?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'd probably say, man, I was made for this. Just I put in the time. I'm disciplined. I'm dang. I don't even know how to.
Yeah. So let me rephrase it. So if I was a GM, let's act as if I
Yeah.
was a GM and I said, DJ, why
Why?
should you be a part of my team?
That is a good question. I ain't really thought about that, honestly.
I would say some things that stick out to me, just chatting here for 40 minutes, I would say the way you handle yourself. I would say, you like to talk, but you also back it up with play. I would say you have great locker room presence. Even though I'm not even in the locker room, your presence here is felt. When you walk in a room, you light it up. And you have a lot of the it factor. I think you're built for it. I think that, God has great plans for you. And I think that, showing your faith doesn't show weakness.
Right.
I think it shows strength, and I think that's what an NFL GM just here chatting you for a little bit. You've been able to connect with Will for a little bit longer on the phone, but you and I, we haven't had any pre talk on the phone call. So let me just ask you one more time: if you wanted to be, if a GM came up to you and says, why should you be on our team? What do you bring to the table? What do you bring?
I bring good character, good person to be around, and then just all out person who's gonna get the job done, make sure I'm on point, make sure the people around me are on point, just kind of like you said, kind of being like a light a little bit, kind of
A
light
force.
up the room a force to be reckoned with for sure. So
Absolutely. And you grew up a Cowboys fan.
Right.
Family's a huge Cowboys fan. So it's always been your lifelong dream to be in the NFL. But I think you kind of, created your own dream with Colorado and working with the best. What's one thing that's you've taken from Dion or Coach Prime? What have you taken from Coach Prime that still holds true today and that you're applying to yourself every day?
Man, I'd probably say just knowing your why, knowing why you do stuff, like being intentional about what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch over to the expand segment. So if they'll catch us on the other side, so through your partnership with Expand, you're offering one-on-one mentorship,
Right.
film breakdowns, and even training content. What's something somebody can expect when they connect with you on Expand?
They're gonna get my full attention, they're gonna get notes that I've taken, from going through all the stuff I've been through, just a mentor, somebody, there to talk to, listen to, just all around, just somebody who's trying to be there for the betterment of themselves.
Absolutely.
And the people
So
I'm
are
talking
you able to
to,
like
yeah.
schedule phone calls on
Oh, yeah.
Expand? So
Definitely.
I can
Video
schedule a call
calls.
with DJ.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So, what made this partnership seem to work for you? What drew you to Expand?
Honestly, I would say like just how they want to reach out to the youth, affect not just the youth, but honestly anybody, just affect people around them, just kind of, I've been through this journey so far, and I got stuff to, help others get through this journey also.
So, what does it mean to give back
Yeah.
to the next generation of athletes through this app?
Man, it means a lot, just being a part of somebody else's journey, somebody else's life, just breaking down what you know and passing it down.
Absolutely. And so, how has your relationship been with Will? I know you've been kind of connecting with him, and he's been the face that you've been seeing with Expand as along with other team members. Can you give us kind of what an insight of, man, what does the owner of this kind of look like? How does he handle his business?
Man, he's legit for sure. Him and my dad, they talk a lot. They make sure everything is set up right. That the whole process of me being on the Expand and everything, that is comfortable for me. And then at the end of the day, just overall helping me and then helping the people who I'm interacting with.
No, most definitely. And I think the more exciting part is that when they subscribe to you, they can, pretty much access your training. They can access your workouts, like you said, your notes. Is there, and they'll also be able to access some of the exclusive footage that you kind of do behind the scenes, the things we've done here. Uh, is there, when Expand came to you with the idea, what was like the first thing that kind of stuck out to you that you were like, oh, that's different, or what edge, right? What edge does this company have to others?
Just putting myself out there for the younger generation, just being able to aid others, really, I
Mhm.
would say, in my own little way, just reaching out to the people in the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So tell us, is there any young DBs or corners that are in the locker room that are kind of sleepers that you're excited to kind of see come out?
Oh yeah, most definitely. RJ Johnson, he's from Georgia. He's a transfer from Arkansas. This spring, he's been shutting it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be like your vote on kind of like your guy that you really like to see flourish and
Oh
kill.
yeah.
You want
Most
everybody to do
definitely,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what's your expectations of this 2026 season, 2025-26?
So, you know, we kind of set the foundation the past 2 years. So now we just coming for it all, we want to be the next big top program. I want to be able to, look back and say, man, I was a part of that Colorado team, that program that kind of, sparked college football.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, how are you picking up younger players to buy into the vision of this season?
Just leading by example, and then, just breaking down how the guys before them have came in, got the work in, got the development from the coaches, and just been successful. So just leading by example and then just being there for them.
Absolutely. What's been the most exciting thing for you that happened in the Colorado season, other than your pick six with Oklahoma? What's been the more fonder memory of the season previously?
Just how almost every home game is just sold out, like the stands is packed. And then just like even when we go on the road, you just see Colorado fans everywhere. So it's just cool seeing everybody supporting us and everything.
I see more hats and more logos
Yeah.
of Colorado than I've
Yeah.
ever. So that's got to feel great to be a part of something like that.
Yeah, I'm big on learning, just big on, being a student of the game, just adding stuff to my bag from others that I've seen. And then, connected with other athletes, I can be that type of
You
how
can
do I
be
want
that
to
mentor.
yeah,
You can be
be that
that.
mentor for somebody else.
Yeah, I think definitely you can be whatever you want, especially with all the tools that Colorado is providing, um, and having the leadership of Travis Hunter, and you're just kind of coming in, and statistically, with Travis Hunter it's like that's incredible. It's like you very well could have been in the runnings for it. I mean, in my mind. I want to talk about the relationship that you have uh, with your training staff, and how much does that play into your readiness for the game? Your trainers, massage,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah, I got a good relationship with all the trainers in our training room. They always on point with their jobs, making sure I'm healthy, making sure everybody else on the team is healthy, making sure we're eating the right things. If there's anything like any hiccups while we're practicing, they always right there on point. So I feel like that's like one of the most important things in the program, a good training room,
Yeah.
clientele and everything.
Yeah, like a healthy team is a
Oh
great
yeah.
team. Yeah, you got to
Oh
you just
yeah.
got to stay. You have to stay healthy. Coach Prime says you get out what you put in. What do you get out of every day being in Colorado?
What I get out of what I get out of Colorado is I would say, just all the experience that's in there, just just being in there, I feel like I learn each day, whether it's from the players around me or just from all the coaches who've been there and done what I'm trying to get to.
Absolutely. Okay, I got one more. I just want to ask you a question. I'm so thankful that you took the time to come on the NIL podcast powered by Expand. Why this podcast? I mean, why did you pick this podcast? And why me? Why the NIL podcast? Just kind of give you a chance to tell people.
Honestly, I'm really big on like experience and knowledge. So I feel like doing this was the best experience, and then just being able to sit down and talk to somebody like you, it's just I gain a lot from it. Really, it's just all about the experience. Really,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad Dad got to be
yeah.
here. Will, owner of Expand, is in the room as well. If you want to say anything else to the viewers, this is your chance. What you got going on, what they should be excited for, what to look out for. You let them know. This is kind of like your chance.
Gotcha. I got some Finesse Way merch on the way. Finesse is just it just represents me as a person who I am. Just finessing each day, just going about my business, and then just being who I am.
Seems like you got finesse on and off the court.
Yeah.
Look, you don't get pick sixes. You don't get the stats you get without having a little finesse, edge, and overall just being a really great person. If you haven't ever met DJ, I mean, one of a kind guy, lights up a room. You know what you're getting with him. He doesn't play any games. And let me tell you, he was on time today. That's huge. A lot of athletes will come late, and I'm more than happy to wait. But you were on time today, and I can really appreciate that. It's respectful. It shows where you're at, and I really appreciate that. You're gonna go far, man. I'm excited. If you got anything else, man, we'll wrap it up here, and we'll get Dad to talk about Expand.
Gotcha, man. I just really appreciate you for having me. Everybody here, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. DJ McKinney with the NIL podcast, powered by Expand. Let's go.